Hey everyone, it's me, Joseph Miller, Executive Director at the RAC, and we are here with some of our friends from the WPD. This is Detective Charles and Detective Larrett. If you guys don't mind introducing yourselves and just sharing a little bit about yourself.
I'm Detective Charles. I've been with the Winchester Police Department for almost 7 years now. Born and raised in Winchester. Known Joseph for pretty much my entire life. And
Detective John Larrett. I did not grow up here. I grew up in South Florida. Moved up here probably about 16 years ago. I've been with the Winchester Police Department for about the last 6. That's it.
All right, fellas, glad to have you. Could you tell us and our viewers and our teens, basically, what does a typical day look like for you guys? You guys aren't necessarily on patrol or anything, but you guys are detectives, so what does that essentially mean for you all in terms of your duties and responsibilities?
like Joseph said, we're both detectives, so we get assigned cases. Basically, if you call and make a theft report or any type of criminal report that needs investigation, the patrol officer will show up, they'll take your information, they'll make a report. That report is then sent up to our captain, Captain Hall, who takes all the reports, reviews them, and divvies them out to us. We have a couple of detectives that only do narcotics. They solely are focused on narcotics. We're both general detectives, so we handle basically anything from your basic small thefts to assaults, robberies, anything like that.
Okay.
We'll come in, we'll get our cases in the morning. We'll have a shift meeting, or not really a shift meeting, kind of a roll call meeting, talk with the captain, see if there's anything we need to do that day specifically. Otherwise, we'll review our cases, do all of our callbacks. We try to at least call the victim of the case as soon as we can. So we like to touch base and make sure they know that somebody is handling it.
Okay.
Then depends on the day, we do everything from evidence collection to interviews,
Getting information for subpoenas, stuff like that.
court process, getting video. You don't realize how long it takes to gather video from one small theft case from, say Speedway. It takes a half a day to get all your information for that, for just the video alone. So.
Okay.
It's very time consuming, but any one day we can get anywhere from 1 case to 4 or 5 cases assigned, depending on how busy the day before was.
Larrett, I've known Steve forever. Is it like fun to actually work with him? Is it a challenge?
Well, it's tough to answer that question. I've known Steve ever since I started. We started on the same shift together on patrol. We worked nights together for a long time, so I've learned to deal with his quirkiness.
Oh, he's definitely quirky.
Yeah, so
Has he shown you any of his hidden talents or anything like that? Does he have anything like that?
I mean, he's big into fitness, real big guy.
Yeah.
Like we worked out a lot together.
All right. Well, Larrett's just saying some nice things about Steve. Not really what I was looking for, but so what is it that the police does for our community? I know that you work with some of our teens and then also community partners. Tell us about a couple programs that the WPD does to serve our community.
Well, we obviously have an awesome community here. I think Winchester's and our community as a whole is very supportive of us. We're constantly having interactions with different organizations, different youth groups, everybody in the community. It's a very tight-knit community.
Just for people on the street stopping and saying thank you for what you do, we appreciate it. You always have support here in Winchester.
Yeah. And as far as the programs go, we have a couple. One I used to be involved with. I was involved for 5 years. Basically, the first 5 years I was really on patrol myself. It's called the Police Explorers. Basically, the Police Explorers is kind of like a Boy Scout. It's organized by the Boy Scouts, but it's not a Boy Scout program. Basically, it's for anybody ages 13 to 21 that's interested in a law enforcement career. You come down, they meet once a week. It's actually Officer Best is the one that runs it right now. They meet once a week. They do everything from training, like basically it's a mini academy. They do ride-alongs, they do use of force training, they do simunitions. We've literally the full gamut. And then once a year they go down to Gatlinburg and compete on a national level it's the Eastern Conference, so that's actually the section they're in. But they do competitions and all different things. They get scored. It's a full paid trip to Gatlinburg. The city technically pays for it, but really comes out of drug forfeiture money, so this doesn't cost the taxpayers any money. But also the kids can go for free, so we never turn anybody away. It's a free program for kids. They don't have to pay for anything. You get uniforms, everything's fully paid for. It's a great mentoring program too. It gives kids a look into the police department and gets them a face to go with the police officer instead of just a badge.
Right.
A big program we use for adults though that I've actually been involved in the past couple of years is Citizen Police Academy. Citizen Police Academy is exactly what it sounds like. It's a miniature police academy for adults. They meet once a week. We usually do it in February. This year the COVID kind of took that out.
Sure.
But we meet once a week. They do everything from DUIs, they tour the jail. We cool thing with DUI where you put on the beer goggles, like the DUI goggles,
Okay.
and you drive the golf cart through a course to see what it's like to drive impaired. They do ride-alongs, they learn how to use the force, they use a simulator, sometimes we do simunitions. It's a really eye-opening experience for people to see how we train and why we train the way we train. I recommend it to anybody and everybody. Juveniles can come if they would like, they just need an adult to accompany them.
Sure.
It's a 6 or 8 week program depending on, I can't remember how long, I think it's 6, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
At the end of your certificate, the chief's involved and all the captains are involved. It's an entire department pitches in, and it's the most interaction you're gonna have with the whole police department
Okay.
on a one-on-one level.
Well, guys, if people want more information about those programs or just the WPD in general, where could they go?
As far as the police explorers go, I contact Officer Best. He works night shift, though, so it's a little difficult to get a hold of. You can't get a hold of him. You can get a hold of me. I work Monday through Friday, so I'm a little easier to get a hold of. I can get you in touch with him. Send us an email, call Wendy, our administrative assistant. She can get you any of our emails, and you can shoot us an email and it goes straight to our phones because we have to have email access on our phones. That's the easiest way to do that. As far as the Assistance Police Academy, I would follow us on Facebook. We haven't picked a date for that yet because we don't know with regulations when we're allowed to do it yet. But as soon as we are allowed, I'm sure we're going to blast it all over Facebook. And that's
Facebook is the fastest.
Facebook is our fastest source of information.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. If you want any more information on the WPD, check out their Facebook page. All right, thanks, fellas, for being here. I appreciate all of it.
Appreciate it.